Hi guys, I'm Maddie. I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. And today I want to share with you guys what sold on each of those platforms. But before we start, let me first say Happy New Year, Happy 2021. I am so excited for this new year and I'm already thinking of goals for my business and for my personal life. If you feel comfortable doing so, please share your goals down below, whether they are personal or related to reselling, so that we can support each other and all of those great things that we're going to accomplish in 2021. All right, let's go ahead and get into what sold. So this is the week of December 27th through January 2nd, and I had 31 total sales across all three platforms, and for a gross total of $1,041. So that is obviously my gross. I'm just going to be talking about gross today, not net, just because it's a little bit easier to relay that information. So please take into account that I'm not including fees on platforms or my cost of goods, just my gross totals. So looking at Poshmark, I had 19 Poshmark sales, and that totaled out to $590, and my average sale price on Poshmark was $31.05. So first sale on Poshmark, give me just a moment to pull that up. Alright, we have a Miss Pendleton wool tan blazer single button, and that sold for $40 literally moments after I listed it. Pendleton is a very iffy brand for me. I've sold it quickly for a decent amount, and then I've had it just sit in my closet. So I'm honestly not sure what sells well from that brand. I know that some people have fantastic luck with it. If you guys don't know what Pendleton is, they mostly make things out of wool, and they make blankets as well as clothing. So that was a good sale. I actually debated picking that up at the thrift store because it didn't have a size tag on it, but I'm so glad that I did because it was a fast seller and for a decent amount. And I had that listed at $50, and the woman that bought it offered me $40. I thought that was super reasonable. Don't you love it when people send you actual reasonable offers? So I accepted that. The next item was a Madewell new with tag white button midi dress size 6. This was a retail arbitrage find. It was a decent find. It sold within a few months. I doubled my money, so I can't complain. It sold for $32, which was an offer that that person sent me. I also still have this dress in a size 12. It's new without tags. I got it from the same place as I got this dress. I promise you it's brand new. So if you guys are interested, size 12, super adorable spring summertime dress. Alright, our next item was another one that sold very quickly, literally probably an hour and a half within listing it, which is awesome because I didn't have to cross list it. I post everything on Poshmark first. I normally wait a few hours, and then while I'm watching TV or doing something kind of mindless, that's when I use List Perfectly to cross post, so I didn't even have to cross post this, which is awesome. This is a ModCloth Roar and Ambition Dinosaur Fair Isle sweater. It sold for $28. I thought this sweater was adorable. I looked up comps and it looked like it was selling anywhere from like $15 to $30. So I priced it at $32. It got a bunch of likes right away. And then I sent an offer out for $28. I am notorious for instantly sending out that 10% offer because I think it drives sales. I know some people like to wait a little bit longer, or they don't send out offers until like once a week. I find that I sell most things by sending out offers, so I'm instantly like, here you go, here's 10% off. So price a little bit higher, keep that in mind. Alright, another item that sold within minutes of me listing. This is an Anthropology Lilka Sherpa lined robe, size medium large, and it sold for $24. This is just their Anthropology's like loungewear line. Like I said, had just posted this. It looks like comps again were kind of all over the place, anywhere from $15 to like $60. I priced this at $34, just thinking that was it was probably going to sit, and then I received that offer for $24. I thought that was reasonable. It was also a bulkier item, so whenever I get a reasonable offer on bulkier items that I'm going to have to like hang to store, I absolutely accept it. So excited for that sale. All right, another Anthropology sale. This is an Anthropology Meta Rue Metallic Myra blouse, size large. This sold for $28, and this was a full price sale. Anthropology, as you guys know, is very oversaturated. It's very all over the place. So I never know what's going to sell. I really don't have a magical formula for Anthropology, especially when it comes to the Anthropology more saturated brands like Meta Rue and Maeve and Poshmark and all of those. So I typically price anywhere in that like $22 to $28 range if it's just a kind of basic piece. So to see this go relatively quickly, I believe this sold within like 2 or 3 weeks for $28. I was so excited, and I do think size plays a large part in this. This was a size large, so when you're sourcing Anthropology, definitely keep that in mind. Definitely wouldn't pay up for a piece like that. All right, another full price sale. This one took quite some time, but I had just relisted this using the copy feature on Poshmark, and it sold the next day. So relist that stale inventory. Full price sale. It was another Anthropology piece. Anthropology Tabitha red texture dress, size 10. This was my second time selling this dress. The other time it also sat for a little bit, but since it was a size 10 and it was very cute, I did pick this piece up in hopes that it would sell quicker. It, like I said, took probably about 5 or 6 months, but it did end up selling for a decent amount. Alright, next was this Figs tan brown soft sweater, size medium. Figs is a scrub wear line. I pretty much never look through scrubs, but this is hanging in the sweaters. It looked like they had this sweater and then also some pants that Figs had released, and this got quite a bit of likes, quite a bit of attention. I've sent out pretty reasonable offers in my opinion. I think I had it priced at like $40. And no one was really biting. So when I received this $26 offer, I accepted it. I could have held on to it longer and probably gotten more, but I don't like to sit on inventory. If I receive a reasonable offer that aligns with my cost of goods and I'm still making like triple my money, there's no reason for me to sit on that for another month or two just to make $5 extra. To me, that doesn't add up. So to me, I'm very happy with the sale. It all adds up, these bread and butter. All right, another relist and another Anthropology piece. I've had this, I want to say, almost for a year. It was a Sleeping on Snow textured wool blend hoodie. It was very cute, super soft, like this very light baby pink color. It had like the little fuzzy. I thought it was cute. It sold for $15, which was a offer that I sent out because I just wanted this thing to go. I relisted it. I think I ended up sending out a 20% offer as soon as someone liked it, because I'm like, this has been in my inventory for way too long. As Lori's Boston Found always says, bye Felicia. I'm so happy to see it go. Alright, next was a retail arbitrage purchase, and it was a good one. I'm happy with this one. It was a pair of men's Pony Classic low top yellow sneakers, new with box, size 12. And it sold for $45, which was a full price sale. I had never heard of this brand Pony before, but I saw it for very inexpensive at Nordstrom Rack, and so I looked it up. It looked like new with box sold anywhere from like $30 to $50. These were priced, I want to say, at $11, 10 or 11, I can't remember. And so I scooped this pair up, as well as quite a few pairs of this white style. I'll insert a photo of the white style I have, because I still, I think, have 3 pairs of those, and 2 of them have already sold. So they are taking a few months to sell, but they're selling for a decent amount of profit, so I don't personally mind hanging on to them. I don't know that I would buy these used, because they're only selling brand new for like $30 to $50, but overall I'm very happy with that retail arbitrage flip. Definitely when you're doing retail arbitrage, it's more of a calculated risk, so look things up if you're unfamiliar, look up styles, and then decide if you're willing to kind of sit on items if you're paying a little bit more. Alright, this was another relist. I was relisting galore over here before I go back to work. I actually go back to work tomorrow, and mixed feelings about it, but that's beside the point. This was another Anthropology piece. This was an Anthropology Moth Lattice textured gray sweater dress, size medium, and this sold for $32, which was a full price sale. Again, relist your items using Poshmark's copy feature. It takes like less than a minute, honestly. Just take out the word copy. I forget to do that sometimes, and I'm so embarrassed every time I go back and see it says copy and then my title, and I'm like, oh no. Alright, this was a very fast flip. This was a Lily Pulitzer Carlotta Shift Floral Tropical Dress that sold within hours of me listing it. It sold for $40, which was an offer that someone sent me. I believe I had it listed at $45. They sent me that $40 offer. I was like, yes girl, thank you. Thank you for being reasonable and not lowballing me. Alright, another retail arbitrage find. This was a pair of Jeffrey Campbell New With Box Vionic Embossed Leather Loafer Mule. This sold for $30, which was an offer that they sent me. I want to say they sent me an even lower offer, and then I countered at like $35, and then they countered at $30, and I was like, okay. I find a lot of Jeffrey Campbell shoes at a discount, and pretty reasonably discounted, and they do sometimes sit a little bit. This one actually went pretty quickly because I did give such a steep discount while still also maintaining that doubling my money profit when it comes to retail arbitrage. But if you can find Jeffrey Campbell at a reasonable price, I definitely would recommend picking it up for retail arbitrage. If it's priced, I would say 30 or higher, I wouldn't do it. And then even the ones in the 25 to 22 range, I would look up comps for sure, because Jeffrey Campbell makes very unique shoes, and so some of them are very funky and that does well, and some of them are a little bit too funky and people are like, I don't know about that. So definitely, if you're looking at Jeffrey Campbell for retail arbitrage, look up the style. If you find Jeffrey Campbell in a thrift store in good condition at a reasonable price, I would recommend picking it up regardless. But when you're paying up for Jeffrey Campbell, definitely just look up the style. Alright, next was another retail arbitrage find. This one went very quickly and at a good price for me. This is an Everlane New With Tag cotton long sleeve jumpsuit, size 12, and this sold for $50, which was an offer I sent out. Everlane always gets quite a bit of attention. It doesn't necessarily sell for a lot, but it sells very quickly. And then my next sale was the same exact thing, that Everlane New With Tag jumpsuit, but this one was a size 14, and it also sold for $50. Alright, another fast flip. I love these fast flips. This is an Anthropology Eva Franco green floral wrap dress, size medium. It sold for $32, which was an offer that I had sent out. I got this at Plato's Closet clearance sale, and this received quite a bit of attention on all three platforms. I really thought it was going to go on Mercari because I had a lot of questions and I had to do a lot of measuring for this, but it didn't end up going on Mercari, and it ended up going on Poshmark. Alright, next was a find that I picked up based mostly on style, and I got this at a thrift store 50% off sale. I think it was the Black Friday one, so this took about a month to sell. This was Grayson Threads, which I believe is sold at Target. It was a cheetah leopard half zip fleece, size medium, and it sold for $15, which is an offer someone sent to me, but that sold reasonably fast, so I was happy that that could go that quickly. Alright, next was a Robert Graham floral button-down shirt, size medium. This is a men's shirt, and Robert Graham is a fantastic menswear designer, but what you're going to look for is the cuffs. If it has like very flamboyant cuff link or cuff sleeves, like when you roll it up, then that's probably going to get you a decent return. This one didn't really have anything too exuberant on it. It was plain, it was floral. It was a nice shirt regardless. But because it didn't have anything over the top, it only sold for $25, which I'm still happy for. It sold within a month of me listing. Next was a Horny Toad half zip purple fleece pullover. This sold within about 2 weeks of me listing for $18, which was an offer that someone sent to me. This brand I've only found a handful of times, but every time it's gone anywhere from that $15 to $25 range, but it's gone pretty quickly, which I'm always okay with. The next sale was another quick flip. I got this at Plato's Closet during their clearance sale. Same time I got that Eva Franco dress. This was a Lily Pulitzer hot pink cardigan, size small, and it sold for $28, which was an offer that I sent out. That was all of my Poshmark sales. We're going to move on to Mercari. I had 6 Mercari sales for a total of $206, and that put my average sale price on Mercari at $34.33. Give me just a moment to pull up my Mercari sales. I really enjoy selling on Mercari because it doesn't take as much as Poshmark does. The only downside to Mercari is that it does take a little bit of time to get the money into your account. You have to wait for the buyer to rate you, and then you rate the buyer, and then if you want to get it like immediately, it's going to charge you a fee, which I never do. But if you want to just get that money deposited into your account, it takes like 2 to 3 business days, I want to say. So it does take a decent amount of time. That's really the only downside of Mercari. Everything else I love about it. Alright, so moving on to Mercari. I sold this Lily Pulitzer Windsor strapless pull-on dress. This sold for $30, and this sold within a day of me listing, so always happy to see that go. It has been the week of Lily, if you guys didn't notice. And I sold this for $30. Then I sold a Torrid pink super soft plush cardigan. It sold for $23. This reminded me a lot of a Barefoot Dreams cardigan. It was very cute and super, super soft. Alright, this next sale was my first sale of 2021. I received this offer while I was at the thrift store finding some new inventory. And this was an Uncharted Mermaids Are Real tank top, and it only sold for $13. I picked it up because I love mermaids. That is my obsession. This is not my office that I film in. This is my boyfriend's office. Well, we share it, but my boyfriend uses it more, so I let him decorate it. And as you can see, he's a big fan of Superman and of the Baylor Bears. But if this was my office, there would be mermaids everywhere, and I love Ariel from The Little Mermaid. So this just made my heart happy that it was the first sale of 2021. I was like, this is good omens that my first sale is a mermaid tank. And I love mermaids. I'm a kindergarten teacher. If you walk into my classroom, there's Nemo and Dory, there's Ariel, like everywhere you turn, there's something that has to do with mermaids, and the kids just love it. But besides the point, that one made my heart happy. Alright, my next sale on Mercari was an Intimately Free People black trapeze dress. A lot of people have really good luck with these. I've honestly haven't. They always sell, but they don't necessarily sell for a lot. I think some of the styles are rare. This one was not. It sold for $21, but it did sell within a week of me listing. I got this at a buy sale trade store, very similar to Plato's Closet, and during their clearance. Next is another fast flip. It was a Wild Fox white label new with tag teal blue sweater, and this sold for $35. I could have held out for more. There was a good amount of attention. I think I had this listed at like $60, and some girl messaged me and said, would you do $35? And I thought about, holding out, and then I was like, I've had bad luck with Wild Fox. I've had people like it and it get a bunch of attention and then just sit there forever. So I'm receiving a $35 offer. This was probably honestly sold at Marshall's, and someone probably picked it up during like their yellow day clearance or something. I don't want to ever be greedy, especially when it is a fast flip. So I said sure, and I lowered it to $35 and she bought it. My last sale on Mercari was a Rachel Parcell new with tag Nordstrom dress. This dress I actually bought at Nordstrom Rack for myself. I thought it was adorable. I still think it's adorable. But then when I tried it on, there was a lot of fabric, and I am very petite. I'm only about 5'2", not even. I think I'm like 5'1" and 3/4 or something. Really random. So 5'2" for sake of it. And this was ruffly, and there was a very overwhelming skirt. So I was like, I feel like I look like a little girl going to like Easter communion in this, and that's not really the vibe I'm personally going for. So I was happy to see this flip for more than I paid for it. It went for $84, which was fantastic. If you guys don't know Rachel Parcell, she's a fashion blogger, influencer, and she created her own clothing line, which is sold at Nordstrom and Nordstrom Rack. And a lot of her pieces are very feminine, and they have the ruffles and the lace, and they're normally kind of more conservative looking. And I want to say she also makes clothes for like mommy and me, so for younger children as well. And they're all very pretty pieces. It's just overwhelming for someone with a smaller frame, in my opinion. Anyway, all my sales on Mercari. We're going to go ahead and move on to eBay. I had 6 sales on eBay, and that totaled out to $245, and my average sale price was $40.83. Again, I love selling on eBay because they don't take out as much as Poshmark, but I will say waiting for people to pay for the items is excruciating sometimes, especially because some people just never pay. But I had everyone pay this week, so I was happy with that. Alright, my best sale was this Tory Burch Elizabeth Royal Suede Pump, new with box, size 9. And this was a retail arbitrage find. I want to say I got this in late September, and I got 3 pairs of these. This was my last pair to sell, and this sold for $85. I still actually just recently got 1 pair of this style in a black color, and so I literally just posted those yesterday. Hopefully they will sell soon, but I was happy with the sell for $85. I again doubled my money, as I like to do with retail arbitrage. Other sale was a Torrid ribbed navy blue waterfall cardigan, size 2X, and this sold for $20, and it sold within a month of me listing. Torrid is always a good bread and butter brand, especially when it's 1X, 2X, 3X, 4X. I don't really like 0X. I just haven't found as much success with it, but anything 1X and over does well. Next was another fast flip. This is a Lily Pulitzer Colette Pink Tropical Scallop Skirt, and this sold for $28. This had a lot of interest on all 3 platforms, which I was very surprised by, because probably about 6 months ago, when it was actually warmer, I listed a pair of Lily Pulitzer shorts, and they got little to no attention. So to see this skirt get so much attention was reassuring that Lily's still around. Alright, my next sale was a J by J. Crew new with tag stripe plaid tassel cover-up, size large. This again sold within a day of me listing, and this sold for $28. So J. Crew does sell, especially when it's new with tag. This was, I think, a 2019 piece, so a newer style as well. And then my last sale for the week is a little underwhelming. This was a lot in gents. I definitely did not pronounce that right. I'll put the name down here because it is a very nice brand, and it was a red silk halter dress, but it was flawed. It was I sent it to the Real because I didn't realize it was flawed. You know, under thrift store lighting, you don't always catch everything, and they sent it back, and they said it was because there was a stain on it. So when I got my package back, I looked underneath my box lighting to see like, what is the stain that they're talking about? And then I saw it, and it was like a grease stain right across the right bust, and I was like, oh, that kind of stinks, because this is a very expensive designer brand. I've never found this brand out at a thrift store before. Like, that's a bummer. And then I debated, like, do I list it? Do I not list it? So I decided to list it, and I listed it at $20, and then to see it sell for $14. I still made double my money because I did get this at a thrift store. So list your flawed items, especially if they're designer. Just price them reasonably, because this sold very quickly, and it had, I think, like 3 or 4 watchers on eBay. So don't be afraid to list flawed items, especially if you're trying just to make your money back. Alright, that was all of my sales for the week. Again, my total gross sales was $1,041, and my average sale price across all platforms was $33.58. I don't know if I foresee that number going up because I do sell a lot of bread and butter pieces. I sell everything pretty much that I can that I think will go reasonably quickly, and then I'll wait around kind of for those higher price ones while doing retail arbitrage. So keep that in mind. I'm happy with that. When I first started reselling 2 years ago, my average sale price was probably like maybe $17. So to see that at $33.58, I'm definitely not dissatisfied, especially if I'm selling like a larger bulk of items throughout the week. So that's really one of my goals for 2021 is to sell more items. So I had 31 sales this week. I would love to eventually see that get to like 50 sales in 1 week. So again, make sure that if you're comfortable with it, you leave your goals down below, whether they're personal or reseller related. All of my stores are linked down below: Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. Look on Poshmark first because that one has the most accurate, up-to-date what's actually on the platforms before sending me an offer on the other 2 platforms. And then I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure that you give this one a thumbs up and you hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. I will see you guys next time. Bye!